Getting started with our 200 freestyle relays now. This is the girls 9:10. Meet record in this event was set last year by Daniel Island in a time of 2:03:09. This is your first heat. In lane 2 we have Pine Forest. In 3 Somerville Y. And in 4 Long Point.
We're here with some of the guys from the Sneak Farm Relay. Fellas, what was that like out there?
Really fast.
What were you guys thinking about racing there, knowing you had a really good chance to win, and then seeing that you were winning because you went through the race?
Thinking, what's going to happen next year?
Next year. We're already looking at next year. Big win for Sneak Farm there. Thanks, guys.
As the meet goes on, we got some swimmers stopping by the broadcasting station to get some shout outs. I have 2 swimmers here, first and last name.
Amelia Corkale. Sean Davey.
And first they want to give a shout out. Tell me your shout outs for.
Shout out to everybody watching at home. Shout out to my brother Noah Davey.
All right, good stuff. And I'm going to ask y'all a few questions. Tell me about this green headband you're sporting. Was that to catch the sweat? What is that?
It's a cooling towel. I got it from my big brother on the team, and it's actually really, really cool.
I need a cooling towel for tomorrow. And tell me about these marks under your cheeks. Are those team colors? What are they?
They're team colors.
All right, thanks for stopping by, y'all. Swimmers number 3 diving in the water here, right, for the 9:10 girls freestyle relay, almost diving in here. Got 4 heats in this event. Each swimmer does a 50 freestyle.
As the anchors dive in, we have a close race here in heat 1 between Long Point and the Somerville Y. Long Point in lane 4 above, and Somerville Y in lane 3. Thanks.
As we go into these relays in 9:10, if you're watching from home or as parents maybe timing as or coaches, you often see swimmers swim faster in a relay than they would in an individual event. You know, that's pretty natural. You've got 3 teammates, you're feeling positive peer pressure. You'll oftentimes see swimmers drop a second, 2 seconds, maybe even 3 as they don't want to let their team down.
Also get a little bit of an advantage on the start, but that's a whole nother story.
Winning that heat from lane 4 was Long Point Sailfish. Quick shout out to their head coach, Jackie Healy, who gave me my first coaching job. And I haven't stopped yet. They haven't fired me yet.
You opened a can of worms, I think. Okay, this will be heat number 2.
Getting ready for heat 2 here in lane 2. Oh, wait. Right, yeah. In lane 2, we'll have Legend Oaks. In lane 3, Dunes West. In lane 4, Country Club of Charleston. And in lane 5, Ashboro. Again, those lane assignments are from the bottom to the top of your screen.
Well, all the girls on the rest of the team.
And heat 2 is off. Here we go. The first swimmers. Looks swimmer in lane 3 had a great streamline underwater. Swimmers should hope to have a strong kick for the entire 50. It is a shorter race, so this is really a sprint for all the swimmers in the field today. Let's see how swimmers number 2 dive into the water. You'll see some do a wind-up start. Others will grab the block for a more traditional regular start. Different styles as they dive in.
That's Legend Oaks in lane 2 with a lead here. Other teams, that's the Dunes West team in 3, Country Club is in 4, and Ashboro in 5.
There's a game that I'll play when I'm coaching swimmers. It's almost like a cat and mouse, and we'll start each other staggered throughout the lanes, and you try to run down the swimmer in front of you. And one of the reasons we do that is because in the relays, sometimes you dive in and you are in this position and you want to practice either running down a swimmer or being run down.
Happens to the best of swimmers, getting run down. As Legend Oaks continues to lead, then Ashboro, and then Dunes West in the Country Club.
Another interesting note on these relays, David, is it true that the swimmer, once you finish your 50, you need to be out of the water before the next swimmer comes back? I noticed swimmers kind of rushing to get out of the pool. Is that right?
They're supposed to be out by the time they get to the 25.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know. I think as long as you're not in their way, that you'll probably be all right. But you definitely don't want to be in their way when they get back.
These are anchor swimmers coming up. Legend Oaks hitting the water, still in the lead. Lane 2. Nice dive, lane 5. Ashboro, nice tight streamline before she hit the water.
Tightening up between those between lanes 2, 3, and 4, but no one is going to catch Legend Oaks here.
Good catch.
Legend Oaks, lane number 2, will have the fastest time here as we get set for our final 2 heats at 2:27.91.
Going into heat 3 of 4 for this event. Heat 3, lane 1 will have Park Shore. Lane 2, Chamalon. Lane 3, James Island. Lane 4, Crowfield. Lane 5, Fort Johnson, and lane 6, Newington.
So because of some issues with getting results, we have not had score updates throughout the day, but know that those will be available after the session on swimccaa.com and also on counton2.com. Reminder that tomorrow, you'll be able to see the final day of the CCAA Championship meet. 13, 14s, and 15, 18 swimmers will be live at 9:15 a.m. Eastern Time here at the Goose Creek Pool at Crowfield Country Club. And it should be a good one tomorrow with the city championships to be handed out.
Park Shore in lane 1 off to a solid start. Fort Johnson right behind him in lane 5. Just like the IM, could be a lot of lead changes as we switch swimmers. Talked a little bit about this last night with the 11-12s, but viewers at home, watch the swimmers on their freestyle flip turn. Something I know coaches work on is not breathing into or out of your turn. You don't want to slow your momentum going into the turn. You don't want to slow your momentum that first stroke coming out.
Still Park Shore, then Fort Johnson, then Crowfield. Fort Johnson's coming on in lane 7. Lane 5. I've been corrected by my co-host here.
Well,
You've been correcting me for everything.
David is used to commentating a lot. He has a lot of experience in international and national meets. Swimmers compete in an 8-lane pool, so that did look like lane 7. We're lucky to have David Reeder here.
That was pretty much what happened. I'll give you that.
All right, Park Shore, tight race. James Island, lane 3. Fort Johnson, lane 5.
Yeah, James Island looks like they backloaded that relay, and they're making a real run here.
Let's see if these swimmers can take some strokes before they breathe. That's the goal when you're coaching these younger swimmers.
James Island, Fort Johnson, and Park Shore all on a line. Maybe Fort Johnson, then James Island, and then Park Shore into the wall. Fort Johnson sets the pace at 2:19.94. 2:21.08 for James Island, Park Shore at 2:24.51. Those are your top 3 times.
Fort Johnson with a 9-second drop on the unofficial time. Great job to them.
It's pretty good.
What is that a swimmer? About 2.25 seconds per swimmer, yes?
Sometimes, maybe you just never got the full relay together all swimming well, but that's very impressive. As now we get set for our final heat.
This is our last heat of the 9-10 girls relay. In lane 1, the Shadow Moss Sharks. In lane 2, Fort Johnson, in lane 2, Coosaw Creek. In lane 3, Snee Farm, your top seeds with a time of 2:06:43. In lane 4, Daniel Island. In lane 5, Hobcaw. And in lane 6, Northbridge Terrace.
About to dive in, swimmer number 2 for Snee Farm, Marin Gamble, talked to her earlier. Her mom and brothers and little sister watching from home. Here we go, tight race, Daniel Island, Snee Farm.
This relay, if it plays out on paper, Snee Farm is a full 3 seconds ahead, but races are swimming the pool, not on paper, as most people know.
Daniel Island, 7-8 girls won the relay, right? Maybe that pumped up these 9-10 girls here to get them going strong.
Relay, so definitely a big shot here for Daniel Island. Hobcaw's moved into 3rd ahead of Northbridge at the top of your screen.
We're halfway through this relay. Time to turn it on. We got 2 more legs. Snee Farm swimmer number 3 starting to pull away, but it is not over. We don't know who the anchor swimmers are and what they'll do.
A lot of teams tend to put their fastest swimmers last.
What do you think about that, David? Do you think the anchor should always be your fastest person? Or is there other situations where another method of choosing your anchor can work?
It just depends on personnel. I don't think there should be a set system for any relay. It's all about personnel.
When I coached Long Point, we had some relays where we just had kids who they didn't go the fastest in the individuals, but they always seemed to come up with a little something extra for the relay. But we usually made those kids our anchors if we had.
Yep. As this is all Snee Farm. Daniel Island can't keep pace, and Snee Farm in 2:05.43. Daniel Island takes 2nd. And look at Northbridge battling back to pull ahead of Hobcaw, and the Killer Whales are going to finish 3rd.